Given the ages of the actors, Star Trek has finally caught up with All Good Things, the final episode of Next Generation, which took place partially in the future and posited the future careers of each of the characters. Hello and welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Elise. Today we're diving into the latest streaming news and TV news from around the industry. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. What is Poddex, you ask? This is a great question. Poddex is a unique tool to engage your audience, create new episodes at the palm of your hand. You pick a card and let the content roll. Check them out today at poddex.com. Use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your order. And now on to our first episode. Picard Season 3 is reuniting the original Next Generation cast. April 5th, 2063 is First Contact Day in Star Trek lore, the day humans first came face to face with an alien species, as depicted in the 1996 film Star Trek First Contact. And Paramount has made a notable announcement to celebrate. A teaser for Season 3 of Star Trek Picard was released on the Paramount Plus Twitter feed this morning, confirming that most of the central cast of Star Trek The Next Generation will be returning. The teaser depicts Picard writing a letter, extracting an old uniform out of a trunk, and regarding his old next-gen era communicator, while dialogue from old friends is heard on the soundtrack. Confirmed by credits, Season 3 of Picard will feature LeVar Burton, Gates McFadden, Brent Spiner, Michael Dorn, and Marina Sirtis. These actors first convened in the first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation in 1987. And haven't been seen together since Star Trek Nemesis in 2002. Will Wheaton and Denise Crosby have not been announced as being part of the cast. Star Trek Picard has already featured many familiar faces from throughout Star Trek lore. Q, Hugh, 7 and 9 have all appeared, as have regular Next Generation cast members, Frakes, Spiner, and Sirtis all reprising their roles. The third season of Picard, already announced as the show's last, will be a full cast reunion. Nothing is yet known about the situation of the reunion nor the plot. Given the ages of the actors, Star Trek has finally caught up with All Good Things, the final episode of Next Generation, which took place partially in the future and posited the future careers of each of the characters. Geordi was raising kids and writing novels, Dr. Crushen had married and divorced Picard, and was now captain of the Enterprise. Data was teaching, Worf was a diplomat, Troy had died, and Riker was an admiral. Data died at the conclusion of Nemesis, and then died again at the end of Picard Season 1. His return is currently a mystery. Also, from the press release, one can donate to charity using Twitter. According to their Twitter post, as another part of this year's First Contact Day celebrations, Paramount Plus and CBS will jointly donate $1 for every tweet that sent that uses the hashtag Star Trek United Gives through Sunday, April 10th. Donations will go towards charities that support LGBTQ plus equality, veterans, and humanitarian aid. And of course, you can visit StarTrek.com/Star Trek United Gives for more information and terms. And now let's dive into our next topic. The acclaimed Netflix series has broken a streaming record with their new season. We all know that Netflix's acclaimed romance series, Bridgerton, is one of the most popular around, but we may have underestimated just how popular it has become. The series once set a Netflix record for the most watched debut on the service over its 4 weeks, only for that record to be broken by Squid Game a few months later. The second season of Bridgerton arrived a little over a week ago and set another record. The second season of Bridgerton arrived a little over a week and set another record, this one even more impressive than the last. According to Netflix, Bridgerton Season 2 delivered the biggest single week of streaming for any English language series in the service's history. From March 28th to April 3rd, Netflix subscribers around the world watched Bridgerton Season 2 for more than 251 million hours. The next closest season of TV on the week's top 10 list had just over 53 million hours viewed. That was Bridgerton Season 1. Between the two seasons, Bridgerton was streamed around the globe for more than 300 million hours in the span of just 1 week. The series has become an absolutely streaming juggernaut. Bridgerton's hype train is only just leaving the station, believe it or not. The series is already working on the third season, and there's a prequel spin-off in the works as well. The new series focuses on a young version of Queen Charlotte years before the events of the main Bridgerton series. There's been no word on exactly when Season 3 or the Charlotte prequel series will premiere, but it's safe to say that fans of the franchise are already excited for their arrival. Have you been binging through Bridgerton since the new episodes arrived? What did you think of Season 2? Let us know in the comments section below. And please hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification button to be notified of future videos from the Cinema Gold Show. And now, on to the next topic. Snowfall will end with a 6th and final season. FX has renewed Snowfall, the crime drama created by John Singleton and Dave Andron, for its 6th and final season. The series is set in Los Angeles during the crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s. Season 5, which is currently airing on FX, takes place in summer 1986 and follows Franklin Saint and his family as they become rich and are on the verge of having everything they've ever wanted. Until basketball star Len Bias' crack-related death sends lawmakers and the LAPD after them. Amidst all of this, the biggest threat the family faces are each other, as they try not to let greed, resentment, and ego tear them all apart. FX first partnered with legendary writer-director John Singleton and the rest of the creative team 6 years ago to pursue their vision for an ambitious, powerful drama about the explosion of the crack epidemic of the early 80s. Today, as the 5th season of Snowfall reaches new heights in acclaim and viewership, there is no question that the series has become an FX classic drama. Quote, to tell a story worth telling with creative partners you respect and admire and a network that supports you throughout and allows you to end on your terms, that's the dream. I am so grateful to everyone at FX, from John Landgraf on down, and to the entire Snowfall family for helping us get there. If only John Singleton can be with us for the end. As Singleton passed away in 2019 at the age of 51. And that's a quote from the showrunner, Dave Andron, the writer. And now on to our final segment, the Poddex segment. In today's Poddex segment, question is, would you want a house where every wall was made of giant TVs if you could choose the channels but never turn them off? I'm going to go with definitely yes. I mean, if I could choose the channels, I wouldn't have a problem with that. And plus, you can watch the TV everywhere you want in your house. So, that's a bonus. Let us know in the comments section below. And answer our question from Poddex. And as always, you can find these questions and more through Poddex at poddex.com. And use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your order. Thanks so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.